Hi, my name is Dan Tennis. I'm the curator here at the Eldred WWII Museum, and I would like to welcome you to the first installment of the Eldred WWII Museum Virtual Tour Series. In this week's video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the museum, as well as give you an idea of what to expect from the Virtual Tour Series. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
The story of the Eldred WWII Museum dates all the way back to 1941, and two gentlemen who had been tasked with finding a fitting location to build a munitions plant to supply troubled Great Britain. During the previous year, Great Britain had sustained a heavy aerial onslaught as German forces attempted to crush British morale. Now, while the British forces were busy fending off the German onslaught, J.W. Whitmore and George M. Rodebush were busy searching for a location to build a munitions plant. Ultimately, Whitmore and Rodebush would stumble across the small isolated town of Eldred, Pennsylvania, which was conveniently tucked away in the wooded hills of northern PA, providing a naturally defensive location. And so, in 1941, construction began on the National Munitions Company plant, which would become operational partway through the year. The National Munitions Company would go on to operate from 1941 all the way up until the conclusion of the war in 1945, supplying British armed forces, as well as American armed forces, after the events at Pearl Harbor, with roughly 8 million devices from an operation that stretched across 1,800 acres at peak production. With the conclusion of the war, however, the plant was dismantled and only remnants of the facility remained. The story doesn't end there, though. 51 years after the conclusion of the war, George M. Rodebush's son, Mr. Tim Rodebush, followed in his father's footsteps and opened up a major landmark right here in downtown Eldred in the form of the Eldred WWII Museum. Now, when the museum first opened, it was a small one-room building with only a handful of displays. Since opening up on Memorial Day in 1996, however, the museum has greatly expanded and is now comprised of several large rooms which house thousands of items and countless displays. And so, to give you all just a small taste of what the museum has to offer, I will be releasing a video each week showcasing one of the rooms here at the museum and highlighting some of our major displays.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have in store for you this week. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the first installment of the Eldred WWII Museum Virtual Tour Series. I hope that everyone enjoyed this week's installment, and hope that everyone will be back next week when we take a look at the Gallery of Valor. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen.